destination. Thought I'd have a quick message to share. And it's about having patience, because it's really a good idea anyways. Patience and swift actions in real estate. Listen, this is how I've gotten rich. You go to my book, get my book, wake up and smell the real estate, and or go to flipanythingusa.com, see the mentorship, see the stuff that goes on there. But let me talk about the necessity for patience, especially right now. Especially things have been very active. I probably bought 10 to $12 million worth of real estate in the last year or so. And you kind of, when you're an active real estate investor like me and the people in my mentorship, you begin to feel naked without a deal. It's almost like, I don't have my phone, don't have my watch. You kind of feel like that, like you're missing something. And you are, because you usually have something going if you're on top of it and you're doing things right. Well, then, a downturn comes along like we have right now, and listen, you never stop investing. You never stop investing, but you're always got to be keenly aware of what's going on so that you don't make a mistake. And like I tell students, I tend to invest, I think, like Warren Buffett. I'm a Warren Buffett fan. I'm not a stock investor, but his process is much the way of my own, and that is you're always up to bat, meaning you're always ready to invest, but you don't swing at everything. No matter how bored you get, no matter what the conditions are, you only swing when you think you're going to connect and hit a home run, or at least a triple. And most times it's not worth messing with doubles and singles. And you can do that. And like wholesaling, to me, that wholesaling crap. Listen, I've done wholesaling. I started not specifically as a wholesaling. Wholesaling came to me as just by chance. I've had a property I couldn't buy by myself. I went to my old boss. He said, "It's a fantastic deal, Tom." He goes, "I don't want a partner." I'm like, "Yeah." I was confused. And he says, "How about I give you $20,000 and I buy it by myself?" I said, "Great idea." That's an assignment. That's what I call an assignment. That's really what it is. A lot of people have different ideas of what wholesaling is. To me, in general, it is a lot of work to make not very much money. Work your ass off for a little tiny piece of the action. That's what that is to me. But I just want to talk about patience right now. Right now, you're in a market that is declining. You want to get into something. You want your money to work for yourself. I have students, and it's kind of a natural thing, especially when you have money. You think, to prepare for the crash, I just want to pay off all my debts. If they have money to do that sort of thing. That's a mistake too, depending on the interest rate that you're paying for that debt. If you have low interest, hang on to that low interest debt, and make a decision of what to do with. Maybe if you have some higher interest stuff that you want to eliminate, that's fine. It's difficult if you're making, if you can make 100% on your money with deals that are under 50,000 or under 100,000. It's very difficult to want to take your money and go pay off a 7% loan. It just doesn't make sense. If you have the mental capacity to make money, if you know how to make money, you don't even care about 7% interest. You say, why would I pay off 7% interest when I'm going to take 10 grand and turn it into 20? Or I'm going to take 50 and turn it into 100. So again, common sense and reasoning and just basic math skills is really all you need, in addition to knowing how to be an investor. And I would just want to tell you guys, the ones that, listen, everybody's a rock star. I've been saying this lately. Everybody's a rock star in good times. It's been good times for about 10, 12 years. Hard to make a mistake. Almost anything you bought would self-heal, even if you paid full price for it. I say self-heal, meaning the values go up and you can sell it for more than you paid for it. That's not how it is now. Now you're in a position where you're buying something that potentially is declining, so you have to have a significant discount to be able to absorb the downturn that's happening as we go. And you can do that. You can buy things that are under market, resell them, make a profit, and they continue to go down. it can happen. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time. But most times we're not in a decline. Or even if it's just, a straight line, that's okay. Buy under market, sell it at market or close to at market. Most everything that I buy, I usually can buy enough under market that I can still sell it under market. That way it goes quickly. And leapfrogging, I've been telling everybody, read the chapter, leapfrogging. I got 2 houses I'm putting on the market right now. But, I just would rather have the cash. So, these are things I probably would have made, if I'd have sold them, say, 6 months ago. I mean, one of them I only bought 2 months ago. But if I'd have bought these a little earlier, I could have made a little more. But nevertheless, I'm turning them, and instead of making 80, maybe I'll make 30, and that's okay. But I'd rather have the cash. I mean, it's not worth it. I didn't, throw out 300 grand, with the intention of making 30. I wanted to make 80 to 100, but that's okay. I'll make 30. I'm dealing with, the interest rates going up. I knew they were going up. It's no surprise, but I just think we got bigger troubles coming. I think it's going to be a tough time. I think there's going to be a lot of really good deals coming. Just more opportunities, and it's frustrating when you can't take advantage of an opportunity. And if you don't have cash, you're not going to be able to take advantage of those opportunities. Or if you don't have a good banking relationship, that's going to make it tougher too. And banks, believe me, are very, very much aware of what's going on, and they will tighten the strings. They're not going to be loaning you money. They're getting some of you that they would have loaned money to a few months ago. They're not going to loan you money at all. Others that you're not going to get quite the sweetheart deal that you used to. You got to remember, the banks are under more scrutiny now too. And believe me, as people start to fail, and people are going to start to fail, the banks will be under more pressure to explain, why did you make this loan? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Believe me, in 2009, I just borrowed $3 million. And I mean, I borrowed lots of other money, millions more than that too. But singularly, I borrowed $3 million, and that was from Wachovia. And then Wachovia, Billy Upper got, and then they went to. I'm getting ready to do my regular jujitsu roll, and anyways, so making sure my jujitsu buddy isn't here, so I'm checking the parking lot. So I'll keep talking till he does get here. But and I'll take some questions now too, since I'm parked. Anyways, oh my god. So okay, hey, good morning, Jermon. Christopher says just turned 22. 2 months ago, running my parents' pool business. Currently have $8K in my savings and $12K in crypto. Is $8K too little to get started with this market? Should I keep saving? Listen, Christopher, I'm real selective in who I let get in the mentorship, if you're talking about the mentorship. But listen, go fill out the mentorship survey, and I'll give you a call, and we'll have a quick talk. It doesn't matter whether I let you in or you want to get in or whatever. I just need to know a little bit more about your area to help you develop a strategy of what to do. But listen, 8K is plenty. Listen, I just explained to you how I made $20,000 on a property I couldn't buy by myself. I couldn't buy it. My boss, my old boss, who I had presented the deal to, I wanted him to be a partner. He said, hell no, here's 20 grand. I'll buy it by myself. I was like, awesome. So obviously you can start with little to no money, but you can't really buy anything without any money. But you can certainly put a deal together and make it attractive and a win-win for you and a buddy or a partner or somebody, any businessman. So that is possible. So number one, go get the book. It costs you $10 for the book. I think you can send it back if you don't like it. Look at all the reviews. I got fantastic reviews on my book, and I got fantastic success. If you go to flipanythingusa.com, look at the people in the mentorship. And just a quick word about the mentorship. I'm not even trying to push mentorship. It is closing. Those of you that, if you want to get in, I would get in. I'm telling you, jump in it now. Fill out the mentorship survey to lock yourself into a discount. But you're going to see a major change, and it's it's going to get more expensive, and it's going to break a little bit. It's going to be a different situation. Website's going to change one day here soon, and you're not going to be able to get the same deal you can get today. That's all I'm going to say on that. But look, yeah, listen, 22 years old, I started at 19. You know, you can make, there's no faster, quicker way to get rich than real estate. There's nothing that'll take you there quicker. And listen, you got these cockroach fake gurus out there that are just, I mean, I call them anteaters, because they suck up the souls of 140 people at a time. That's like an anteater. They shove that long tongue down a hole, stick to all these termites and ants or whatever, pull them out and gobble them up. Well, that's what they do with young people's $1,000 savings. And they sell them a bag of shit that ain't gonna. It's like buying the, it's like going. It's a terrible investment. You need somebody with skills. You need a mentor. You need somebody that can help you. You need somebody with real experience, because the shit they're giving you is theoretical to them. They've never done it. It's the worst thing you can do. And believe me, let me tell you what guys like Grant Cardone and Chris Crone do. They concentrate on stupid people with money. Stupid people with money, and let me explain. Doctors, high net worth individuals, or even medium net worth individuals that want to do something with their money but don't have time because they're busy, and they want to give it to somebody else to do it. They concentrate on those guys, and the returns are piss poor, terrible. Now, you might measure one little tiny window at a time, where there's a little bit of a hockey stick like jump up, and go, oh, maybe somebody did okay. But in general, I've seen nothing but terrible stuff. And then, so they concentrate on, like I say, people with money that aren't very bright as passive investors, and then they gobble and chew up the guys that are noobs, inexperienced, that don't have any money. Say guys that have $1,000 to $30,000. They thrive on those guys too. The 997, right? 997. That's the magic number, 997. And so I've got so many emails from people that feel ripped off, and it's just not good. But it's for $1,000 it's worth learning a lesson. But some of these guys get taken for 1,000 to 30,000. What is it, Stan Merrill, something Merrill, Fan Merrill? I heard nothing but nightmares out of his seminars from people getting shook down from big money. And again, you got to remember. What I do, I teach people how to make money with their own money and be their own boss, and with very little money, and you have all the decision making. It's the best thing in the world. You have complete control over your investment. That's not going to happen in a passive investment situation where you give somebody your money. The same thing, and if you buy into some bullshit, listen, next time you consider doing anything with one of these guys, look for what you see in my channel, where I'm pulling up to the properties that I own, the stuff that I just bought, the stuff that I just sold. I'm showing you. I've built buildings, I've built houses, I've done it. I've walked all the walk. I've done all the different things that make me a really full-rounded, really good investor, builder, developer, and you get the benefit of all that experience when you are mentored by me. That's something. Both of those guys, I don't even think either one of those guys know how to use their hands, to do anything, and not that that's that important. You can do money and not, maybe you don't even have to be able to hang a picture. You can still be a good investor. But my problem is with just the complaints and the stuff that I've seen and the bullshit that I've seen, to be quite honest. I never see Chris Crone teach anybody anything. I don't think he could manage. I don't think he has the answers. He wants to be like a library of, if you want to know how to do this deal, or if you want to know how to do a value add, it's you can get this. It's all, I have something for everybody. Yeah, bullshit. I don't buy it. But if you want to buy it, go buy it. Go buy it if that's how you feel. Learn a lesson. But you don't have to learn things the hard way. You just have to take time to do your due diligence, right? It's like what we call it. We call it due diligence. When we're buying a property, when I sell a deal, I make sure it's on there. Buyer is doing his due diligence to make sure that this property is to his expectations, to his requirements, to what he wants to do with it. I'm even more redundant in saying, and it's to make sure you absolutely know what you're getting into, okay? Because that's what they need to do. I want them to do that. And that stuff comes in usually on the fine print. You can lead people to think there's fantastic opportunities, but then when they go to sign you, a little different deal. So anyways, enough on that stuff. Mainly what I want to tell you about is right now is patience and moving swiftly. And so when you have patience, you're not going to get taken, right? You know, you're not going to get taken. When people explain something to me or try to throw something, or, you know, I mean, I'm looking at them like I'm looking at you right now. I'm taking in what you're saying. I'm listening, but you're not going to get any indication that I believe a word you say, because I don't. I don't. I'm going to discern in what you're giving to me as to whether it's valuable or not, or whether it's bull. Is he here? Huh. Yeah, let's see. Well, you got a treat. I'm gonna take you into my dojo. Let me see here. He's here. Again, I don't see him. I don't see how he can be here. All right. No, he's not. Hey, hang on a second. I gotta throw a text. Hang on. My partner just wrote, said he's not gonna be here for another 10 minutes. So we can chat another few minutes, and then I gotta go get dressed to roll. So again, the patience thing is in, listen, some people, and here's the dynamic happened to my parents. My dad's a procrastinator. He's dead now, but he was a procrastinator. He would analyze shit to death. So paralysis by analysis, it's a thing. Then you got my stepmom, who was like, we got to do something. We need to invest our money. We got to do something. And so he's like twiddling his thumbs, not deciding yes or no. She's like, let's do something. I want to do something. Well, the guys that come to get the check knocked on the door. He wasn't there. And she said, we're just going to do it. And they gave him 20 grand. Encino Elite, big car wash rip-off bullshit scam 40 years ago. They never saw him again. They lost 20 grand. A significant amount of money to my father and you know, to them together. And again, that is a real thing, is people making the mistake of paralysis by analysis. That's not patience, by the way. That's not patience. Analysis, being analytical is smart. Analyzing things to death is, you know, you're going to lose the deal. Get skills. See, here's the thing. What you'll find out from me is you get skills. When you get your skills, you already have the answer. You already can say, I'll take it, or nope. Yeah, and believe me, anytime somebody is sitting there like, you know, listen, I hear people get in these things with Chris Crone and Grant Cardone that they're kind of fed to the dogs, is the way they describe it. Constant emails, constant calls, constant text, saying, come on. And it's what it is that, you know, they can pay big commissions to people to hound you. And, you know, it's almost like politics. The people that go out and seek donations, they get a big chunk of that money. And so they are just, that's why they just hound the shit out of you, because they get a big commission. And it's just gravy to the other guys. You know, it's just how it is. I don't do that. I don't operate that way. I don't mind bringing an opportunity to you or saying, hey, take a look, figure it out. But other than that, I'm not interested. Listen, I ain't got time to try to talk you into doing something that should be common sense, or talk you into doing something that should be a passion. If it's a passion, believe me, I don't feel like I've hardly worked a day in my life when it comes to real estate, because every day is like Christmas. Every time I buy something, it's like, oh, damn, this is great. You know, I can't wait to open the gift, which is close the escrow, resell the property, or just start enjoying the big rents that come from it. Those are the kinds of things. So Chris Valva said, Chris Crone almost got you 2 years ago. Well, I'm glad you survived. My stepmom has nowhere near your experience, though she's more like a fix and flipper with good interior design skills. That's good, Chris. That's a good, listen, by the way, I just cut the payments to my stager. So the 2 houses, and I'll do a video of this next week. So I got 2 houses where they'll go in and they'll make it look as nice as they can make the place look. You know, they'll make the master bedroom look good. They'll try to make it look bigger than it is. They'll try to make the living room look better and more functional than it might be for somebody else. A lot of people can't see. They can't picture the room fulfilled. So these guys are good to come in and make everything look good. I just paid for a counter depth refrigerator over at Lowe's and also a new range, just because I want the kitchens to look perfect. In other words, I can leave a big hole where a refrigerator goes, but to be quite honest, it looks a hell of a lot nicer when there's a flush stainless steel door sitting in that big hole. Of course, I put in new ranges too. So the kitchen's super important to the woman, usually the man too. You know, they want a nice interior. You know, the garage is power washed out, and the floors are painted, you know, gray with little, you know, speckles. So the garage looks very pretty and presentable. And I'll take you guys to that. Hey, I'm going to get dressed. Listen, flipanythingusa.com. Go to my website. Go take the mentorship survey. It's the first thing that pops up there on the top of the screen, mentorship survey. Go in there and sign up and get in there. I'll have a call with you. And look, you'll be locked in for a discount. I have a little discount thing going on right now, but I can tell you the opposite of a discount is coming. I'm going up on the prices, and I'm breaking it up into more fractional pieces. That's what's coming. So you guys that are already in the mentorship, you got nothing to worry about. But you guys have been sitting on the fence. I'm just telling you, you know. But fill out the mentorship. We'll have a call. If you want to know how it's going to change, I'll tell you about that too, and we'll do it. So have a good one. And again, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Like button helps the channel. If you want to help the channel.